When I was younger, I fell in love with studying languages, and I went to a thrift store and I found this book about Latin. Teach Yourself Latin, something like that was the title. And in it were a bunch of quotes from famous authors such as Virgil, who said, Possunt, quia, posse, videntur, which the book itself translated as, they can, because they think they can. And that struck a chord with me. I thought, oh, I like that. I like the idea that I can think things into reality, that if I believe it hard enough, it'll happen. That is a very pleasing idea. But I'm going to tell you, it's a very false idea. Here's the thing. Years later, I met a fellow who had studied Latin much more intensely than I had. And I started to talk about that Virgil quote that I liked, Possunt, quia, posse, videntur. They can because they think they can. And he said, no, that's not what it means. Videntur, see. They can because they see that they can. What? That turned my whole world upside down. That was one of my core beliefs. They can because they think they can. I like the idea of magical thinking, that you can think things into reality if you believe hard enough, if you want it enough. A lot of people in this world pushed themselves forward based on that belief. I certainly did at the time. But I thought about that. They can because they see that they can. That's a whole different thing. That one is a true principle. What's the difference? If I can see the truth to the situation, if I can see that it's true, then it is true. If I simply want it to be the truth, but it's not, no amount of wishing and hoping and wanting is going to change objective reality. You can if you see that you can. I can if I see that I can. They can because they see that they can. Let's talk about lifting weights for a moment, because that's one of those things that's brutally honest. It's as objective as it gets. Either the weight comes up or it doesn't. Either you're strong enough and your technique is good enough to get that weight up, or you're not. So, the most I've ever deadlifted, I think it was 178 kilograms. Don't know what that is in pounds. 178 kilograms. And I felt pretty good about that, for a single repetition. I'd like to lift more than that. I'd like to lift all the weight. I'd like to be able to lift 1,000 kilograms, 2,000 kilograms. But if I load up a bar with 1,000 kilos and tell myself, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can, like the little engine that could. No amount of thinking I can will bring that bar up. What brings more weight up? Exercising faith in the true principle. You lift a little bit, and then over time you lift a little bit more. And then over time you lift a little bit more, and you rest and you recover and you grow stronger and you do it again and you keep doing that consistently, gradually, bit by bit, piece by piece, because that's how the human body works. And when we understand that, when we see that truth, then we can, because we see that we can. And so we grow stronger. So, 178 kilograms. Gonna try for 179. I can see that coming up. 1,000? Not quite yet. But 179, that I can see. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and train.